One of the big questions I get a lot is there's all this information in the world. How do I know what's right? And when it comes down to self care and putting yourself first, the ultimate key, the ultimate things you have to remember is what feels good to you, what is right for you, and then are you doing it at your pace? Everything has you looking inside you first. It's not this one thing is going to fix them all. And the example I want to use today is something I saw that's now I'm seeing a lot is hip flexor releases and lower back issues and using something called a gut smash or a psoas release. And yes, they do work 100%. But if you don't do it with you in line, you make massive later mistakes like hernias, like hip flexor protection. There's so many different things. So let's take a step back here. What I'm talking about is back release, right? What a back release is getting your back to release you through your hip flexors. But one of the ways that the society is now going is all based off of something bigger, something harder, something more extreme. And if it gets your body to change, you win. But that's not how the body works. If your body's not ready for something, there's many reasons why it would show you that it works and then it will clam shut. For instance, the example I use a lot is if I were to walk up to somebody and because I'm animated, because I'm this animated fun person, and I slap somebody in the face. Every single time I just slap in the face, what's up, how you doing? They know I don't mean any harm by it, but what is the person going to do after I stop doing it? Feel better. This happens a lot when people go get the deep tissue massage therapy and they just rub on it, rub on it, rub on it. And then they get up and like, oh, I feel so much better. What the body did was set up a protection mechanism and says, all right, you win, you win, you win. And then the next time you go in, it protects itself even more. Now bring it to the way that I'm starting to see more and more people using the gut smash. They take a big fat ball, put it in their gut, and they lay down on it like so, and they start to roll around on their abdomen. This is so barbaric and so not nice to you that yes, it will work because your body's going to release those tissues to get you to stop because that's your intention. But what's really happening is this is where if you go over the navel and you start breaking all that tissue up, you can get a hernia. Now, let me show you this real quick because this is the important part. So this is your gut, right? Let's get rid of layer number one. You have to make it through your superficial layer. Then you have to make it through your abs. Let's zoom in here. It's through your abs. Let's hide your abs. Your obliques. This is your true core, everybody, your transverse abdominal. So if you don't get that to work, this is just a layer of perineum. Then you have this layer of fat that you have to work through. Now, this is where it starts to get fun. Then you have another layer of abdomen. Then you have your guts. Like all this stuff that's happening throughout your guts, you have to now, your small intestine. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just to get to your hip flexors, which is this muscle here and this muscle here. These two massive objects, you have to make it through all that. But let alone, you have to now clear up all this. Now, this is what made me want to make this video for you. Because we have to get you to remember you have your lymphatic system that runs all the way through here. Do you see all this green? This lymphatic system is so key. Now, your hip flexors, as well as your diaphragm, armpit, because I see this barbaric nature when they put a pole to release the subscap, all those are highly emotional driven areas. Your body wants to clam shut and protect all these organs. So on the emotional level alone, you shouldn't just dive in and jump in to clear this up because you also have to process out the emotions that's now keeping your body wanting to clam shut. That's the reason why you have so much back tightness because all this is working. So everyone has truth in everything that they do. You just have to now work at your pace. So you have to remember this. If you are going to attempt to do this gut smash business, right? One, ask yourself, why is this area protective in the first place? That's the first thing. And then number two, how do I get it to release? That's now natural, nice and easy at my own pace. The way that I teach people how to do this inside the Freedom Mastery experience is using a softer ball. This is one of my Prager balls. When I help pregnant people hold different things, yada, yada, yada. Pilates balls have it. It just has sand in it. It's soft, right? You want to lay on it and you want to start high into your diaphragm and work down, avoiding the navel altogether, working your way down because we want to hit the outside through the hip flexor altogether, not through the navel and through the belly in the abdomen, all the way down, and you're working at it at a ridiculously slow pace. I'm talking about you move, you breathe 3 or 4 times. Now, the weight load, I teach people how to balance their weight load. Their weight load is what is now making it suitable, and you're not doing it to pain. Your breath is now what's going to now open that tissue and close that tissue, because that's what we're looking to do. Once we make it through the fascial system of everything through there, then we have the emotional components that's going to start letting go through the breath. Then we have everything, all the toxins that's going to come out through lymphatic drainage, through all these different things, depending on how slow you move. That's what's going to give you your release that's going to hold at the back end. The worst case scenario that I've seen people move too fast here is they start getting way more pain because now their hip flexors become uber loose and they become protective because you never dealt with the reason why it's like that in the first place, and they start cramping even more. They start utilizing this even more. That will happen if you don't get your hamstrings and your quads in line, and that's why your hip flexors are dominant in the first place, because everything is not balanced. So I just want you to beware of what you're doing. Not to say it doesn't work, because it does. I use it all the time. It's just a matter of you doing it at your pace. Hopefully this helped you understand that just because you see something online and it works, you still have to put it through your filter, and that needs to be for everything. Understanding you first. How does it work? How does it work well for you? And if you do that, I guarantee you, whatever ailment you're having, whether it's physical pain, mental, emotional stuff, anything, as soon as you start looking from your inside viewpoint on why it's happening, and you start learning how to get quiet and use your breath and start leading with care for your body, I guarantee you, you will start to improve with whatever you want, whatever you need. It's just a matter of slowing down and using the tools that's out here. We have so much tools, but don't think that is the ultimate way that something's going to work. You have to find out your way. Hopefully this helped. When I saw that, I had to put this out because I could see a lot of people getting hurt because of it. So hit me up if you have any questions about how to do this. See you on the next one.